Hello everyone, my name is Neha Thakur. Today I am going to explain you about the CMOS implementation of two input XOR gate. So basically, what do you understand by XOR? XOR means exclusive OR. So why is that? So that this gate is named as exclusive because it has some exclusive properties, unlike NAND gate and NOR gate that we have done till now in my previous videos. If you have not seen them, please kindly go to them and understand the concepts. So see, what is NAND gate? NAND is active low. It means if any one of the input is 0, it does not care about the other gate, it gives you output as 1. For NOR gate, if any one of the input is 1, it does not care about the other inputs, it simply gives you output as 0. So basically, it does not care about the number of other inputs. But what is with XOR gate? It changes the output according to the number of inputs. That is the one thing. If suppose if we look upon the truth table of the XOR gate, when both the inputs are same, if both the inputs are same, it gives you as 0. If both the inputs are different, it gives you as 1. But what happens, it also depends upon the odd number of inputs. Like if I do 3 ones, 1 XOR 1 XOR 1, now also what you can say, if we simply say for XOR, if the inputs are same, it gives you 0. If the inputs are different, it gives you 1. But it also has some terms and conditions applied. That is why it is known as exclusive OR. It changes the output with the number of inputs, and with as we change the number of inputs, the output also change. See, as here for 2 input, what is the condition? When inputs are same, it gives you 0. When inputs are different, it gives you 1. But when it comes to 3 inputs, here also all the inputs are same. So ideally XOR should give you 0, but here it will give you 1 as the output. So that is why it is known as exclusive OR. And these gates are also used in very exclusive applications like comparators and detectors also. No, not in detectors. In comparators you can use them. In shift registers, LFSR, linear feedback shift registers, we use XOR gate. And also for testing, built-in self-test for generating the polynomials like pseudo-random sequence generators, this XOR gates are used. So today our topic is to understand the CMOS implementation of XOR gate. So this will be the final circuit that we are going to obtain at the end of the lecture, and this is the truth table that we are going to verify. So again, before going to the CMOS implementation, I would like to explain again the rules. So what are the rules for it? For two type of networks are implemented: pull-up network and pull-down network. Pull-up network is your PMOS network and pull-down network is the NMOS network. So for pull-up network, when input is A, you will write it as A bar. When input is A bar, you will write it as A. For pull-down, if input is A, you will give it as it is, and if input is A bar, you will give it A bar as it is. That means for pull-down network, you do not change the input. And as far as output is considered, for pull-up network, output is given as Y, and for pull-down network, output is given as Y bar. Whereas the nature of these networks are considered, they are dual in nature, and both the networks, if OR is there or plus is there, it will be the parallel connection, and if AND is there, it will be a series connection. Now we will see the implementation part. So here for XOR gate, what is the equation? Equation is A bar B plus AB bar. This is what I want to implement. So now see, here you have the output as y. Okay, so whenever you have the output y given, okay, as you can see here there is no whole bar at the right hand side, so it is a good idea to start with y. So what is y? Y is the output of pull down network, sorry, pull up network. Pull up network consists of PMOS transistors. So first thing clear, it will have PMOS transistors. Now how many PMOS transistors will be there? Now how many inputs do you have? You have like you will say we have two inputs, A and B, but actually if we see the kind of inputs we have four. One is A, another one is A bar, third is B, another one is B bar. So basically you have four number of transistors that we will use. In what way these transistors will be connected? So because this is A bar dot B plus A B bar, so that means two set of transistors will be connected in series, and all together they will be connected in parallel. So now let us see how we will start the implementation. So we are starting with pull up network, that is PMOS. So here what do you have? A bar dot B. So A bar dot B means what? Two PMOS connected in series, because dot means and means series. So we will connect two PMOS connected in series. Two PMOS connected in series. And now what will be the outputs? As far as pull up network is considered, inputs are opposite. So here if A bar is there, you will write A as the input. If B is there, you will write B bar as the input. B bar as the input. Similarly, another branch is what? A dot B bar. That means again you will have two transistors PMOS connected in series. So we will connect two PMOS in series. And then what is the input? A. So for pull up network, what is the rule? We invert the inputs. So A will be written as A bar, B bar will be written as B. Now together there is plus sign in between. Plus means or means parallel. That means we have to connect these two in parallel, and you know that the output of pull up network is connected to VDD. So at the top we will connect VDD, and here we will have the output. So this is how you will implement the pull up network. Now see, for making the pull down network you have two choices. Either you can directly make the dual. Dual means what? In this, if you see the first branch A and B bar in this PMOS are connected in series, so you can simply connect NMOS in parallel, and here they are connected in series, you will connect them in parallel, and together they are in parallel, so you will connect them in series. But for now what you can do, because you are in the starting phase of learning, so you can, it is better you start practicing to make the networks. So let us say we have to implement Y bar for pull down network. So Y bar means the output for XNOR, because Y here is XOR, so Y bar will be XNOR. And for XNOR the equation is what? It is A bar, sorry, it is A B, A bar B bar, Y bar is AB plus A bar B bar. Okay, how you are getting this also you can see here it is A bar B. Actually how you are going to write it? It will be A bar B plus AB bar whole bar. Okay, so when you open this whole bar, what you will get? You will get A double bar, so it will be A, dot will become plus, so A plus, then B bar will become B bar will become B bar, and then plus will become dot, then dot. A with bar means A bar, dot will become plus, and B bar means B double bar, that will become B. So when you open this, you will get this equation. So either you can implement this or this, it is up to you. So now let us implement this only. So what does it mean? It means the output for pull down network. So pull down network means you will be using NMOS. How many NMOS? 4 NMOS, because 4 number of inputs are there. So first set of input is A plus B bar, that means 2 NMOS network connected in parallel, A and B bar. So we will make transistor A, and this is transistor B bar. Because for pull down network you do not change the input, that is why we are keeping the inputs as A and B bar itself, and this will be the output Y. And what is the another set? It is A bar plus B. So again we will connect two NMOS in parallel. It will be A bar and this is B, so it will be B, and together there is a dot sign in between, that means they will be connected in series. So we have connected them in series, and the pull down network is always connected to ground. So here you see, if you connect these two networks, what will you get? You are getting the implementation that is dual in nature. Okay, so sometimes for your exams point of view or your knowledge point of view, for XOR especially, what type of questions you can get is to implement XOR gate, one structure as a dual, another structure as non-dual. Okay, so if you combine these two Y's together, they will be dual. Okay, but if you have to make the non-dual structure of XOR, non-dual means they should not follow the duality property. That means the transistors should not be having the connection series to parallel and parallel to series. So for that case, what you can do, the pull-up network will remain same. So we will make the pull-up network as it is. It will be A, B bar, it will be A bar and B. So this is your pull-up network. So for pull down network you do not want a dual, so what you can do, you can implement this equation. Y bar is AB plus A bar B bar. So A dot B means two transistors NMOS in series. So this will be your two transistors in series, A, B, and again two transistors in series, A bar B bar. So for pull down network also you do not change the input, so you will write as it is, A bar and this will be B bar, this transistor, and both together are connected through plus sign, that means it will be in parallel and they both are connected to ground. So here you have seen two type of implementations of XOR gate, that is one in which the networks are dual in nature and another in which the networks are not dual in nature. So for XOR you can have both type of implementation. So that is all for today's video, and if you have any queries you can ask in the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Oh yes, sorry, And in this, that if you want to verify the truth table, so how you can verify the truth table for it, that sorry I forgot. So here when both the inputs A and B are 0, that means A is 0, B is 0. Okay, so A and B is 0, so A bar and B bar, this will be 1, right? And here A is 0, that means A bar is 1, B bar is 1, and A and B both are 0. So at that time, which transistor? Let us name them transistors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here if you see the transistor number, which one will be on? 5 and 6 will be on. Okay, because they are having input as 1, and 6, 8 will be off, and transistors 3 and 4 will be on. But there is no point because they are in series connection, so in between all of them should be on. So here, because 5 and 7 are on, so Y will be connected to ground, therefore Y will be 0. Now input A is 0, B is 1, so that means A bar is 1 and B is 1, that means B bar will become 0, so this network will not be on. But here A is 0, that means this is also off, so this network is also not good enough for us. Now A is 0, B is 1, that means this will be 1 and B is 1, so that means this B bar, it will become 0, and A is 0, so that means this will be on and this will be on. So see, now out of parallel, even if one of them is on, then also it will work. And here also if you see this B bar is on, that means for parallel any one of them is on, it will work. And for series, this is on and this is on, so your output will get direct path to VDD through this network through transistor 3 and 2. So this will give you 1. Similarly for 1 0 condition, your transistor number 1 and 4 will connect your output to VDD, and when both of them are 1, so that means this is 1 and this is 1, so at that time this both transistors are off. Okay, so they, if see in this case what is happening, in parallel both of them are getting off, so it cannot be connected to VDD through series connection also. But here A and B both are 1, that means Y will get direct path to VDD, sorry to ground, and Y will be 0. So that is how you can verify the truth table for your CMOS implementation also. That is all for today's video. If you have any doubts or if you want any other implementation to be explained, so please write in the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.